Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Tyler from Best Clash Raids, and I've got another explanation video for you guys today, tackling the question of air defenses versus ground defenses. We've all experienced getting 3-starred by dragons at one point or another in the game and thought, wow, I really need to step up my air defense game. And almost everyone knows that air defenses dish out massive amounts of damage compared to other defenses. But when it comes down to an entire base, how do things match up? So a couple weeks ago, I received this comment on my best defense in the game video, link right here, asking which was better, air or ground defenses, and I try to answer all things in Clash as objectively as possible. So I started messing around with the numbers in Excel, and here is the first graph I made. And yes, it looks pretty darn ugly. So I put the defenses into 3 categories: ground defenses only, air defenses only, and both air and ground defenses. Now for right now, I set the expos to ground only. I'll change it later in the video, but for right now, let's just focus on it being entirely ground targeted. Now unfortunately, all this graph really shows you is that most defenses target both air and ground troops, but we already knew that. So I could have divided up the defenses that target both and added half of that to the damage per second to the ground defenses and the other half of that to the damage per second for the air defenses. But I chose to add the both category to both the air defenses and the ground defenses. So here's the graph, and yes, these values are a little inflated, but let me explain why I chose this option. So adding the both category to each type of air and ground defense doesn't change the difference in damage between the two types of defenses. So whether I add the total both category or half the both category, we end up with the same difference of 438 damage per second. So what this method does is more accurately display what a base could do against an all ground or all air attack. For example, if I attacked a base with all lava hounds, I do not recommend this, but you can quickly see how much damage per second these all air troops would take. The same is true for an all ground attack. So I thought this was the best way to illustrate the difference in air and ground damage. However, there is still a big problem with this graph. You can see what damage a maxed out base can do, represented by the very end of these lines. But where does Town Hall 10 start on this graph, and where does Town Hall 9 start? I'll save you some time, I don't know either. So I went back to Excel, moved the numbers around, and changed the x-axis to Town Hall level instead of defense level. Now this makes things much more clear. With this graph, we can see that Town Hall 6 is the only Town Hall level where ground defenses are more powerful than air defenses. Yes, it happens at Town Hall 1 through 3, but those don't really count because you stay at those Town Halls for such a short amount of time. So yes, air defenses kick ass, but the main reason Dragon and other air attacks are so effective at Town Hall 6, 7, and 8 is because people let their air defenses lag so far behind. Now in this graph, the expo is set to ground only. If I were to set it to both air and ground targets, the graph would look like this. Not a very big difference, but it just shows further how strong air defenses can be when fully upgraded. So if there's anything you should take away from this video, it is do not neglect your air defenses. They kick some serious butt when they're fully upgraded at any town hall you're at. Now I know the biggest question I'm going to get in the comment section is, yes, I know I should upgrade my air defenses, but when progressing through a town hall, should I upgrade them? Really, there's no solid answer for that because it depends on the base layout that you have. I can't tell you exactly when you should do it. You should do it before wizard towers or cannons. There's really no way. That comes down to personal preference in your base, but you should never go from town hall to town hall without having your air defenses fully maxed out. Starting basically at town hall 6, before you go to town hall 7, you should have your air defenses maxed out. The same for going town hall 7 to 8, you should have them maxed out as well. Now I know you guys are going to have questions about the air sweeper. I didn't include it in this video because there's really no way to compare it because it doesn't do damage per second, it just moves things. So obviously yes, you should upgrade your air sweeper all the way before going to the next town hall level, but again, I can't tell you exactly when that should be upgraded progressing through a town hall because that's up to you guys and how your base is laid out. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, clash on.